Oh, good morning, everyone in level two. So, welcome back, Monday. I know some people may not be coming back for a week or two or longer because they're compromised or there's something else going on. So, what I'm going to do is share the plan that Mrs. Griesel and I have come up with so that you can maximize your credits whether you're at school or at home. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the document that we've put together for you. Right. So here's our plan. So the aim is that you can try and gain 10 credits by completing achievement standards that can be done both at home and in the classroom. So everything we're going to give you, you can do at home as well. Even if you're coming to school, that's okay. This is going to be part of your homework. So you can, catch up with everything that's going on. So the three standards we're looking at, and for some of you, you're almost there or some have done it, is the form developed personal responses, right? So all those responses that you've been doing while you're away. The other one we'll do, starting from the third weekend, is we'll go back and we'll finish that Shawshank Redemption close viewing. The reason why we're not kicking it off on Monday for the assessment is because we want to see who's going to be there. You also need to have revision of the cinematographic features. The third one that we're going to put in for you is you're going to construct and deliver a crafted and controlled oral text. We spoke about this in our meet, I think, last week. You don't have to do it in front of the class. We'll talk more about that during the week, and we'll put some more tasks and things up for you. For example, you can use Screencastify, as I'm doing now, to talk about a subject that might interest you. That's 3 minutes, a 3-minute talk, and we're going to make that compulsory too. We'll talk more about why that's necessary later. Okay, so going back for next week, you've got a catch-up week for week 1 and 2. So our focus is going to be around when you come in, working on your developed personal responses and us giving feedback. You can read To Kill a Mockingbird either in the electronic form or the hard copy that you can have access to now from Monday. I will ask you not to take most of those home though, because I have to order some more. I've realised there are about 20 missing, so I've got to order some more there. So you make sure all 3 classes have them. We'll also be revising the film techniques. All right. So we thought a little bit of a daily schedule like this. You come in, we do some quizzes, some work on cinematographic features with those quizzes. So remind ourselves what the Shawshank's about, what's happening with the film techniques. Then after that, take out your To Kill a Mockingbird book, be reading that, look at some background slides that we've put up, and complete your reading and responses, and a bit of a roundup activity at the end. Now, those of you who are up to date with the reading response and you've read To Kill a Mockingbird, you've done all that, you can have an opportunity then to start working on your crafted and controlled oral text. Okay? Or you can be writing a piece for your writing portfolio. You can take a piece of writing from another class, such as history, share that with me or Mrs. Griesel, and we can give you some advice about editing that for your portfolio. You could take a piece as well from your lockdown diaries, or you can work on the hard copy for your talk for the oral response. So as you're writing that out, for example, that can also, you can double dip. So you've got your written part, and then you're going to share that orally, but it also becomes one of the pieces for your writing portfolio. But a list of potential tasks will be worked on. And you might have some yourself too. Some things, you might be able to suggest some things as well that you could put in there. So the same with level week 2. So you can see that if you are away and you have to be away, that's what we're going to work on. So again, we'll put things up on the Google Classroom. little activities that you can do. And then while you're at home, you're sharing your work with us for the reading responses, and you're also reading To Kill a Mockingbird. Okay? So that's online for you. Now, come to week 8 though, June the 2nd, that's when we'll start our close viewing assessment for the Shawshank Redemption. You can complete that both in the classroom and at home. So for those people who have to be away still, we'll put the grid up electronically. And if you're at school, you can have the option, if you prefer to handwrite the grid or you prefer to do it online, that's okay, whatever you would prefer. But I guess if you're at home, unless your parents can come and pick up a big A3 copy of the grid, you just fill it in. And I'd advise you to do it electronically too, because then we can give you feedback. You can go in, you can add work to it. All right. So we'll do that for a couple of weeks, week 8 and week 9. You'll hand that in, and from that grid, you'll turn that in as a piece of writing. Again, that will go for your portfolio, but you can do that at home as well. So we'd like to finish that week 9. Week 10, 11, and 12, we'd like to focus on you constructing and delivering that oral text. Okay, so don't be too daunted about this oral text. Don't think, oh my gosh. Honestly, when you're at university, when you're in Polytech, any courses you do, I'm having to do one now where I have to do exactly what you have to do. You have to give a little bit of a talk or a presentation about something. Remember, if you're doing a presentation for another class, you have to do something oral for them, then please don't create any more work for yourself. See Mrs. Griesel or myself, and 9 times out of 10, it can be used or modified for the English standard. Because that's the intent too, that we work together collaboratively with other departments. The same for your writing portfolio. If you're doing a big piece of writing for biology, history, health, then include it, because writing is writing. Okay. Oh, the other thing I mentioned too, you could also do a piece of creative writing as well for those of you who are into creative writing. And we've been doing a lot around imagery and around metaphors and similes, so you've got some work there that you can refer to. Now, over here, I'm just highlighting there's a column for you. My plan, focus, and questions. So each of you will be given a copy of this. I'll share that in just a few minutes. And what I'd like you to do is think about what you've done so far, and then you're going to share that back with me. So not today, but next week as we're in class, just think, oh yeah, what's my plan? You can work on that today or this weekend. You think, okay, yep, I've got another 2. So you can type in here, you might have another 2 reading responses to do. I've got to get Miss to check on my reading responses. Yes, I do. I need to finish chapter 3 to 4, whatever, of To Kill a Mockingbird. So whatever you need to do, and I'm going to be expecting to see a bit of a plan. Also put questions in there too. I don't understand this, or, what you need to do. All right. So it's always good to have a plan when you go back, especially after something like this and you think, oh my gosh, everything's up in the air. But we got our plan for English. We're set. So week 1 and 2, we know what we're doing. Completing, if we can, our reading responses. That'd be great if we could. If you don't complete it by then, you're not going to fail. But, really use it to try and get as many as you can. Use it to finish reading To Kill a Mockingbird. Use it to go over your cinematographic features. Use it to think about your oral text, what you might want to talk about for 3 minutes. Use it to think, oh gosh, yeah, okay, I can work on that little piece of creative writing for history or bio, and I can include that as well. And then again, as I said, week 8, we'll start on that assessment. So our big aim, if we all work really hard, and we can do this, is we're going to get 10 credits in English by completing those standards. the reading responses, the visual text, the constructing and delivering the oral text, all of which can be done at home. Okay. And, we'll always see how we go with everything. Okay. You guys go and have a good weekend. Relax, go shopping, get your school uniforms together. Pack your bags. If you've got a Chromebook too or a computer, can you please bring it? It'd be great if you could, because as you can see, we're going to be primarily working on Chromebooks or computers to get everything done. And you know what it's like. It's always hard to get access to them. So we don't want to spend 15 minutes of our day running around doing that. Okay, so see you guys Monday. It'd be lovely to see all your faces. So Monday we'll have a bit of a catch-up day, chat about what we've been doing, what we've learnt, perhaps from lockdown, what are the good things, what advice could we give to somebody else, all that sort of thing going to your writing portfolio too, by the way. All right, see you all on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.